Yeah, this is what we do. Menchaca Channel. Inspiration, motivation, and kingdom principles is what we do. In this video, we're going to be talking about pain is the proof of disorder. Now I'm ready. You're ready. Let's do this thing. You know, nobody wants to talk about pain. We don't want to talk about pain in no kind of circumstance, whether it's in our finances, whether it's in our emotional realm, whether it's in our church realm, whether it's in our whatever, in our body. But let's rediscover pain. Now, pain is the proof of a disorder that you have. Now, if you're experiencing, and let's take the body. The body is an amazing thing God created. It's got cells, it's got blood flow, it's got all these things, and it regenerates and it heals itself. And man, so many things that can happen with the body. But one of the things is pain. And so sometimes we look at the pain in our body, and it should let you know that there's a disorder going on in the body. Now, pain is not the problem. Pain is in the indication that you do have a problem. So if you grab your side, oh man, I got a pain like you wouldn't believe on my side. And that helps the doctors, that helps the people that will assist you once you go to the hospital or your doctor or what have you, depending on how sharp the pain is or what. But pain is the proof that there's a disorder in the life. And I just got to tell you that this works outside of the body as well. Sometimes we need mentors in our lives to avoid the pain of life. Sometimes we need people in our lives that are going to assist us so that we don't go through the pain of divorce or the pain of depression or the pain of so many things that are going on in our lives. Now, pain, we're talking about it being the proof of disorder. Well, we have to look at the reason we go through things, the reason why the body aches, the reason why this and that, because we failed to maintain. We failed to get the intelligence to keep the body functioning well. Now, if you're Latino like me, and you don't have to be Latino, but you might like some menudo, you might like some barbacoa, you might like some tacos, you might like enchiladas, but too much of that, the grease and the cheese and the tortilla and all that, man. Nombre se pone bueno with the tortillas. I'm telling you. But maybe you're diabetic and you can't be having a lot of that stuff because it'll shoot your sugar up with all those carbs. And let me tell you, sometimes we ignore those things because we're living life. And we don't live a healthy life. We're just living life. We're eating whatever we want to do. Now, later on, pain shows up in the body. And once pain shows up in the body, believe me, I know, being a diabetic, and I know dealing with gout and dealing with other issues and all that, I've had to correct a lot of that stuff because I was just living willy-nilly. Whatever I went, and especially in the church realm, man, you go and get invited to go eat left and right, inside and out. I mean, as soon as I get to a town to preach at a church and a speaking engagement, Pastor Ron, can we go ahead and we'll go ahead and go get some Mexican food, or we'll go take you to this new Chinese restaurant and all that. And there I go. And instead of eating properly, I'm matching what they're eating, and bam, there you go. Later on, guess what? I get pain in the body. And I don't know what it was. I don't know what it is. And so there I go to the ER, and then they're doing all these diagnostics on me. And guess what? They find out that I have this, or high cholesterol, or high blood pressure, or what all this. And so it really gets you to think, hey, you know what? I need to correct this. I need to correct this in my life. And as I'm doing that, let me tell you, pain is the evidence or the proof that there is a disorder in our lives. Now, let's take the emotional realm. If we are going through a trial in our lives, or a situation or a problem and all that, the pain that it's causing us means that we made an error in our lives somewhere. You know, either if it's divorce, we made a bad choice and we shouldn't have got with that person, but the way they looked, or the way they made us feel at the time, or whatever, or I had a need, or whatever the case may be. And a lot of people are in pain for a lot of reasons, man. Maybe it's a one-night stand, and now you got 18 years of child support, and they got you on the hook and all that, and then they don't want to even marry you. They got bad attitudes, and the pain is the proof that there's a disorder in your life. And as we progress in life, the whole goal is to not have pain in our lives. And that's kind of hard because we are humanistic and we want to run our lives and manage our own lives. And sometimes those things just doesn't work out, and we want to fix things on our own. And so that's why it's so key to get mentors in your life. Ask questions. I'm telling you, and if you do this, you gain knowledge. And once you gain knowledge, and man, talking to certain people, I've been married this December, I'll be 28 years being married to my wife. But it took a lot of counseling. It took a lot of asking questions. And how do you do this? And how you've been married, 40 years. How'd you do it? And this and that. Well, I'll tell you what. It's not perfect and this and that. You just have to make it work. You have to look at the end result as something that's worth living for and all that. And so my decision to get married, I had to, it was a little rough. If you know my story, if not, one day maybe we'll do it on a live and we'll talk with my wife here, and we'll discover what happened back in the day. But I never dated my wife. We just went into marriage, and it had a lot to do with the way we were raised and the way we got, it's a long story. But one thing I do know is that, we made it work for 28 years and we're keep on going. And so that's just what that is. And you have to put your priorities in order. How is it that you, just like in the body, when you have that initial pain, or you feel that pain on your heart, and this, ask questions. What can I do to never go through this again? And start to gather that information and start to eat clean rather than eating all this junk and fast food and all that, and maybe have a salad instead of having the burger, or, and get away from the double meats. Man, double meat cheeseburger with bacon. The Baconator. No, I'm telling you, there's ways that we can better ourselves. But I want to tell you this because pain is the proof of disorder. And so whatever you're going through in your life right now, discover the pain points, write them down, and write right beneath them, what do I have to do? Who do I have to talk to never go through this again? Whether it's financial, whether it's emotional, whether it's in the church realm, because there's a lot of church hurt going on. And it has a lot to do with them leaning more to feelings and emotions rather than facts and principles, what the Word of God says. And so there's a big difference there. Now, even in your body, you can also correct things and allow your body to heal. Fasting is one of the greatest things you can do for your body. I don't know if you noticed, but if you just go down to older videos of mine, I was big, man. I was big, but it took like 2 years. I lost 100 pounds. And the way I did that was simply because I needed to get my body in check. And so I'm at a stability point in my life with my body, but it cost me pain. And pain is the proof of disorder. So start to look at those areas in your life, because as you're trying to be successful, as you're trying to do this and that, you got to have everything in order. And the quicker you do this, the better. And so like my wife is always telling my son, you need to eat better. You need to do this and that. That guy wants to eat the whole house. And so he's young. His metabolism's fast. But guess what? The kids, man, they don't go out like they used to back in the day. We used to be out, all the time. And we come back just to eat. And there was even a commercial at 10 o'clock at night. Do you know where your kids are at? And that's to remind the parents, hey, man, get your kids back in the house. And that's just amazing. That's the way we grew up. But now with video games, Netflix, and all that, everybody's on the couch, everybody's watching from their bed, in their bedroom, and they ain't getting no kind of exercise. Well, guess what? Next thing you know it, Dad, I got a pain on the side, or I got a pain, here or there. My body feels, achy, and oh man, pain is the proof of disorder. So get that in check, and I'm telling you, it's gonna go well with you. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Menchaca Channel, where inspiration, motivation, and kingdom principles is what we do. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and ring that bell so you can get another episode of Menchaca Channel. And for all of you who are supporting Menchaca Channel through Cash App and Venmo, we appreciate you doing what you do so that we can do what we do. Hey, pain, is the proof of disorder. So start to look at your life and see, what do you need to cut off? What do you need to put boundaries on? What is it that is causing pain in your life? And correct it. I'm telling you, it's going to go well with you. Until next time.